welcome back to Wendell Woodworks. I'm Danielle. I am sorry it has been so long since my last video, but here we are. A full year later, I have a workspace again, and I'm excited to get back into it and give you some tips along the way as I go, specifically when it comes to the scroll saw and sign making. Today I'm going to be starting my Christmas auction piece, the funds of which are going to go to Prison Fellowship Ministry and specifically their Angel Tree program. So I would recommend you look into that, and if you have questions, ask me. I'll ask my husband, who is a director of development there. Anyway, so before I start any project, I always start making the backing first and the frame. So I'm going to do that today. I'm going to what I call rabbet the frame and miter them, and I will show you how to do that. Okay, so I'm down in the workshop. I'm about to make a frame for my 1/4 inch backing, and I'm gonna do that with just regular fir strip that I got at the Home Depot. And what I'm going to do is what I call rabbet. I don't know if that's the right term or not. That's just for some reason what I've heard. And I'm gonna run it down the table saw twice. Because I'm using a 1/4 inch backing, I'm going to set the table saw height at just a little bit deeper than a 1/4 inch, just slightly. I'm gonna run it down one way and the next way, and it's essentially going to cut out a square that I will then insert my backing into once the frame is made. I'll show you, and hopefully that'll make sense. I have also set my distance at a 1/4 inch, as well as my depth, and we're ready to run this through. All right, so I have the furring strip rabbeted, and I am ready to measure and cut to frame the backing. So this inside cut right here, this is what needs to be flush with your backing. So instead of measuring, which you could do, make it exact, I'm just gonna lay it straight on my backing, make sure it's flush, and then come put just a pen mark right at the bottom where the next cut needs to go. And this is where your next miter cut needs to happen. So when you cut at a 45 degree, you need to make sure that it's hitting exactly here. And that will be the perfect size for the length size of your frame. And you can make 2 identical cuts, so you make sure you have equal sizes for the sides. And you're also going to measure and do the top and bottom cuts the same exact way, so that you'll have the 4 cut pieces, and then we'll be ready to attach them. Again, make sure that cut is precise. See how the miter saw is hitting that line exactly? That's how I know it's gonna cut the right way, and it's gonna be the right size. Okay, so here I have the cut for the top part of the frame, and for the bottom, instead of remeasuring, I've just lined it up, make sure it's flush, and the easiest thing to do is just mark with a pen the bottom there. And now you know exactly where to cut for the next piece, and they're gonna be the same size, which is important. Side cuts, top and bottom cuts. It is time to sand and stain. All right, I've got my 4 cuts. I've got all of my sides. They are ready to be put together here, and you can see where the backing will go once it's together. I'm just gonna be using wood glue and the nail gun. Make sure they're flush and nice and tight. They do make corner clamps that you can use. There's different types. I actually don't really like to hassle with them, but it is an option. I'm just going to hold them together and put the nail gun through it, and that's gonna hold it in for me. Okay, so now I have my finished frame, and you can see whenever I do the frame ahead of time, it just makes for really tight, perfect miters. You can always just attach it directly to your backing, but I like to do it this way. And now I'm just gonna take my backing and I'm gonna set it directly inside, and I'm going to pin it on with my Wen nail gun. And there we go, that was a perfect fit on the back. This is nice and flush and tight and beautiful, and I'm excited to continue my project from here on out. Check my Facebook page. Keep your eye out for the finished project. I would love for you to participate in the silent auction I will have going on here soon when it's all done. And I will try to keep the tips coming your way. So thanks for watching, you guys. Happy scrolling. Bye.